FBI offers $20,000 reward in terrifying Long Island acid attack case. The victim, a Hofstra University student, sustained serious physical injuries and burns to her face, eyes, and arms as a result. You could see the guy right there. See? That's the girl right there. And you see where he ran up. Look at him right there. He comes out the car. It's a shame that somebody can do something like that. You know, the FBI in New York City and police in Long Island, Nassau County are asking for the public's help finding a suspect wanted in connection with an acid attack this past St. Patrick's Day, the federal agency tweeted Tuesday. No new details were shared regarding the case itself on Tuesday, but the FBI said it was offering up to $20,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. Nassau County previously said they were offering a similar reward for information. So that's like 40,000. It was back in mid-March, around 8:30 p.m., that a Hofstra University student was standing in her own driveway on Arlington Avenue in Elmont when a stranger ambushed her from behind and threw a cup of acid in her face. The FBI said we are seeking the public's help in identifying an unknown suspect wanted in connection with an acid attack that occurred in Elmont, New York on March 17, 2021. A reward of up to $20,000 is available for info leading to an arrest. He says the suspect drove off in a red Nissan Altima with fog lights after the attack. Well, who's the type of person would normally want to drive a red car? A young guy, right? Yeah. An old man that's not going to be interested in driving a red car. A young guy with a red car wants to show off, and he has fog lights too. So I don't think that should be hard. I mean, in New York State, more than likely the car is from New York State, because Long Island, if you look at a map of New York, Long Island is all the way out to the eastern part from New York City. So it's very, very hard to believe somebody's going to drive their car from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Florida to throw acid in somebody. You know, so chances are the car is registered here in New York, and I'm sure with all the computers they have, they can run and pull up all the Nissan Altima, yeah, in Long Island that I read. So I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it could be done, and you could pull up the different the cars. We don't know what year it is, but how many red Altimas do you have in the state of New York and on Long Island? So I don't understand why this is taking them so long to figure that out. The victim, Nafir Ikram, sustained serious physical injuries and burns to her face, eyes, and arms as a result. The FBI has said she spent 2 weeks in the hospital and had to take the rest of the semester off from school to recover. At the time, I didn't know it was acid. I started walking because I thought it was just a prank. The substance felt warm, room temperature, like juice thrown on me, Ikram told News 4 earlier this year as she recounted the horror. A couple of seconds later, it started to burn. I started to panic and ran into the house. Thankfully, her parents were home and doused her with water to ease the burning. They called 911. Ikram said. Her tongue was so swollen she couldn't breathe. There are no words to describe what I went through, Ikram told News 4, as she worked to recover from her various injuries more than a month later. Right now, I don't know if I'll ever drive again because of how bad the vision is in my eye. And if you know Long Island is the type of place you need a car. It's not like Brooklyn, New York, where there are buses running, trains running. You can just get out there and get on a bus, get on a train. No, very very different. More suburban like. So especially she goes to school, she needs a car. So that is very unfair that somebody would do something like that. Images and surveillance footage previously provided by authorities are grainy. You gotta ask yourself, why do people have CCTV that's grainy images? Come on, man, people. We live in a time now when you can get that stuff for good prices and you have clear images. You don't need to. That grainy stuff was like maybe 20 years ago when they used to have these grainy stuff in the bodegas, videos. And you have a hard time figuring out who is the guy with a gun in the bodega. No, those days are over. Now these pictures are like high definition. But officials hope someone will recognize the vehicle or person involved. Come on, I'm sure the police could do better than that. Like I said, they have all these computers. They can't find a red Nissan Altima registered in New York and probably probably on Long Island in Nassau County. Come on, with all the computers you got at the DMV, because I doubt the guy came from Florida or Pennsylvania to do what he did. And chances are, this reminds me of something that happened in Iran, where a guy threw acid in a woman's face that he wanted to date, but she wasn't interested in him, and it disfigured her. And then Iran is a different country from the U.S. The penalty is that she's allowed to put acid into his eye to disfigure him in Iran. And from what I read, they had him all strapped in. They had the acid for her to put in his eye, and he was screaming and begging for mercy. And she didn't go through with it. I guess she just wanted to teach him that she's a better person than that to do something like that. Why would you throw acid into somebody's face? So I'm thinking that maybe she can't recall, but well, most girls should be able to recall if you reject some guy. So maybe they may have to put her under hypnosis. Hypnosis works. You put her under hypnosis and find out if some guy was trying to date her and she rejected him or what have you, because it's kind of hard to believe that some random guy would just, wait and come up with acid just to throw on somebody like that, especially in a girl. He didn't throw it on men, on a girl. So, and then he driving a red car with fog lights. A red car with fog lights is the kind of car that a young guy drives, not an old man. And then you see him running. He's running so fast, he's young. He's not somebody in their 40s or 50s who can't run like that. So you're looking for a young guy. You right there, I could tell right there, you kind of whittle it down, and the person you're looking for is a young man, probably like in his early mid-20s. Guy was probably wanted to date her. She turned him down, and he decided he's gonna blind her with acid, and that's who they gotta look for. I don't think that should be that hard.